Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where the sound of the big red siren signals it is time for football. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Jason Myers to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And when you watch him play, all you think about is how dynamic he is. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Threw for over 20 touchdowns for the first time since 2021. Fully healed from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. He's got his team thinking big in 2025.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Murray. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
That's another Cardinals first down.
From the gun, Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards the gain for number 18. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll get a cover here down to the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? As that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and said, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. but he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start the drive with Connor. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he completes it to Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's a
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's good for a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A gain of 8 brings up
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Murray now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Michael Wilson, 36 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point by Ryland up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Seahawks nothing.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Going up top for Kupp. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker. Powers through. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Walker. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
On 4th down, Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo from a yard out. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
At their own
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To throw is Murray. Good footwork at the 30. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 30.
Murray again. This is Connor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
It's a gain of 3.
And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
That's good.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Shotgun now for Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Shifts by him. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Darnold. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10.
Cardinals 10.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. The drive will start with Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray going to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. To throw is Darnold. He completes this to Walker. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. On the return, Dortch. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrison. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
On the pickup brings up
Second and a couple.
2 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
Now Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
A gain of 12. First down, Seahawks.
Darnold now to throw. That's down the field. He's got a Royal. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Running left is Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
10 yards to go.
Now it's Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Horton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
At the 4-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
It's third down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now this time, Murray to throw it. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first and 10 is Counter. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
He was taken
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw, it's Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Steps away to his left. Murray with a nice move. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's second and 1 now from the 7.
Second and 1 at the Seahawks 7-yard line.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And Murray's going to keep this. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied.
16.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. faking the give. Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right? No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Straight ahead, Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a pickup.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Zay Jones.
2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counters.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A 7-yard gain.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
1st and 10.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Again, they'll throw in Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Murray. To Connor on the check down.
Probably you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back to throw. Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Murray to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A gain of 17.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Connor going to try and run it.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now Darnold and the Seahawks down 22-21, 56 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, he finds Arroyo. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Darnold. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
To kick off for Arizona.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Darnold to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now it's Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One last throw down for Darnold. He's going to take another shot here. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. Oh, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here?
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Darnold, his first throw in overtime. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Had no command that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Darnold from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
What can Murray do now with his drive? Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
They run behind center with Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
At their own 41-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get in overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. A gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. He's in. Touchdown. They win it deep into the overtime period. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was Sam Darnold, CD, who really led the charge.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in quarterback play, wasn't it? 5 touchdown passes. You talk about the rapport he had with his receivers. It was like a conductor leading a symphony.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.